taking a look at Cardano, we can see that Cardano has actually slammed into a multi-year trend line, which means that the market is aware that this trend line exists. So if there is actually another push up, one could argue that we'll hit the trend line again at about $2. But obviously, and that's in the more longer term. In the short term, we can take our fib from the low in 2023 and we can actually, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it is. Oh, I guess it's the same price. Yeah. Anyway, we can pull our fib up and we can see that Cardano is actually sitting above the 382 at 70 cents. Now, it's not necessarily the cleanest chart. You can see that obviously there's been quite a few candles below, but generally Cardano has to stay over 70 cents if it is going to be considered bullish. Now, if we pull our fib up to this low here, you can see that the big wick was actually down to the 618 retracement down here at 55. So in my opinion, no matter what happens to Cardano, if it can stay over 50, looks like 54 cents, then technically a move up like this is still possible. However, if Cardano falls below 54 cents at any time, then this is your top for the market cycle, and a very large move back to the low would take place for Cardano. Now, in order to avoid that, obviously we have to stay over 55 cents. And in the medium to shorter term, if Cardano is able to stay over 70 cents, as we highlighted before, then you could speculate that Cardano may actually move up. But however, if we just take our fib in the short term, that'll tell us where exactly we are. And we'll make the case that in the short term, don't expect Cardano to go much higher as long as it's below $1.10. The reason for that is you can see obviously it is your 786 retracement. You came up here 1, 2, 3 times already, arguably 4, we will say 3. And just as you've held this support only once, but there's been 3 attempts to break down, you could argue the 70-cent range got tested 3 times. So as long as you're above 70 cents, you could speculate that Cardano will come back up here. But if you can't get over $1, then there's no reason to assume that Cardano is going to $2. However, if Cardano breaks over $1.10, we would imagine that the bottom is in and you would actually begin your rally to $2. However, on the flip side, if Cardano is unable to get over $1.10 and you actually break down below 55 cents, then $2 gets invalidated and a larger move down back to the low would most likely follow. So as long as you're below 110 and above 50, you're just going to consolidate like this. And as long as you're over 70, you have a chance to move back up to the resistance line. That is pretty much it. It is just my opinion.